Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing great. Now we are back to the lesson 3 in the module 2. Lesson 3 is about operations with polynomials. We will look into the learning objectives. They are very short and simple. That is to add and subtract polynomials and then multiply polynomials. Now we will look into the keywords. We will come across binomial, trinomial, closed, and FOIL method. We will come across these as we go on. So now we will start with the lesson, the first topic, adding and subtracting polynomials. Over here, we know what is a polynomial. In the previous lesson, you have come across this. It is a monomial or the sum of two or more monomials. So that is a polynomial. Bi means two. Binomial means sum of two monomials. Whereas trinomial, tri is three, it is sum of three monomials. The degree of polynomial is the greatest degree of any term in the polynomial. This is important. You have already seen problems like, about this degree. If you have missed the previous videos, I would urge you to go back to the previous videos, be thorough with them, and then continue from this lesson. So the last one is about polynomials can be added or subtracted or even multiplied, which we will see in the coming videos. Now, we will start solving problems. Determine whether each expression is a polynomial. If it is a polynomial, state the degree of the polynomial. Now, here we have this term. Look at this. This is a monomial. Yes, this is a monomial, minus 4, yes. But what about this term over here? It's a cube root function. It is not a polynomial because cube root of x is not a monomial. It should be from 0 to 0, 1, 2 or so on. It cannot be a fraction or a root or negative numbers. Now let's see this. In the last lesson, we were learning about polynomials in one variable. In this lesson, we are not just restricting ourselves for one variable. This is two variables. It's fine. But it is a monomial. This all terms are monomial. So yes, each term is a monomial. And what is the degree? Since we have two variables, add these degrees together. 4 plus 1. There's nothing, it's 1. 2 plus 7. It's 9 over here. This is 5 over here, 9. And what's over here? There's nothing, so it's 0. Basically, here you have a to the power 0, b to the power 0. So 0 plus 0 is 0 degree. So the degrees are 5 in the first monomial. Second term, it's having 9. And lastly, it's 0. So what's the highest degree? The degree is 9 of this polynomial. Last problem over here, we have got 2/3 of x to the power minus 3. Negative numbers, no, it's not a monomial. So this is not a polynomial because x to the power minus 5 and x to the power minus 3 are not monomials. Now then, we will move on to the second example problem, that is to add polynomials. Now, adding is very simple, straightforward. It can be done in two different methods, adding horizontally or vertically. Now, you might find horizontal and vertically both are easy, but in the long run, when you have to subtract or when it's complicated type of problems, it's better to stick with horizontal adding or subtracting. Okay, so now we will see. Whenever you have to add, so you can see there are different, this is the entire different terms over here. What you must do is basically group the like terms. So now that is a like term, power 3 and power 3. This is a like term. And similarly, we have over here minus x, minus 8x. And lastly, we have 1 and 5. So what you have to do is you need to group all the like terms and then write them together. So it is 6 cube plus minus, this is plus. That is very wrong of me to do that. The sign is plus. I kind of blinded that off. Now we can see 6x cube plus 8x cube. Sorry, it's only x cube. Okay, I'm missing out numbers. I'm sorry for that. Now let's get back over here. Now, next term is power 2, 7x squared minus 4x squared. You can see this is the terms. Now, again, minus 2x minus 8x. And lastly, we have 5 plus 1. Now, it's all adding because they asked us to add. Okay, now when you find the addition, 6 plus 1 is 7, 7x cubed. Now what about this? You need to do 7 minus 4, that will be 3. So let's solve them. It will be 3x cubed. And what about over here? Minus plus minus and minus will be minus sign, but add them up. So it will be 10x minus 10x. And lastly, it's 5 plus 1 is 6. That's it. Now over here, that's the answer. But if you're adding the vertical method, you need to write them vertically like this. Write the first term and second term. Now there is a problem over here. Sometimes in your question, the powers, the degrees won't be in descending order. It might be 7x and minus 2x squared. The main problem is if you write it as it is over here, then if you write it like this, your entire problem will be wrong. When you're doing vertical method, you must make sure you write them in the descending order of degrees. That is very, very important and crucial. Now, once you have written them properly, what you can do is you can start solving them, add them. 6 plus 1 is 7. And over here we have 7 minus 4, 3. Minus 2 minus 8 is minus 10. And 5 plus 1 is 6. That's how we solve them. Similarly, you can subtract them as well. We will just do the horizontal method now. You need to group them together because in the vertical method, you have to change the signs and everything. The horizontal method is much easier. All you have to do is look into the common terms. Now, there is only one term over here. That's it, 2x power 5. Okay, it's fine. Over here, now, first of all, I forgot to tell you one first step. It is to multiply the sign inside. Sorry for that. Multiply this sign inside. This as it is. Now over here, minus 5x to the power 4, minus 9x cubed, minus 3x, and sorry, over here it's minus minus. This minus and minus becomes plus over here. And lastly, we have minus 4. I hope this step is clear. All we are doing is multiplying the negative sign inside. Now group the like terms. Over here 2x power 5 is alone. There is no other x power 5. Whereas 11x power 4 minus 5x power 4. And next we have minus 8 minus 9x cube plus 7x over here plus 3x. This is like terms. And lastly the constants, write them up together. So this is it. Now you need to subtract them. Now this is as it is. There's nothing to be done with 2x to the power 5, the degree 5 as it is. There is no other terms. But what about the other things? Now it's basically how we have done in the last problem. See the signs. 11 minus 5, it's 6. That's it. X to the power 4. Here also x to the power 3 is alone. So leave it as it is. Minus 9x cubed. What about 7 and 3? Add them up. It will be 10x. And lastly, minus 8 minus 4 is minus 12. So this is how we solve it. It's very easy, very straightforward. There's nothing much. Just look into the terms, group them together. But if it's subtraction, first multiply the sign inside, then group them together and then solve it up. Similar to addition, just that over here the extra step is multiplying the negative sign.